Chapter 6. Bonfire Nights. Daisy, I'm telling you, Tracy. She growled at me. Daisy shouted dramatically while talking, nearly smacking a tray of cupcakes in the process. Tracy frowned from behind the counter. Really? Yes, Daisy whisper-shouted. Like an actual dog. Tracy tried not to laugh. At one point, she continued seriously. I swear her eyes glowed green. That made Tracy finally laugh. Okay, Daisy, now you're making it scary. I'm serious. The woman said she was Reed's fiancée? Tracy shook her head with amusement. That's honestly insane. Thank you. But, Tracy added carefully, Reed doesn't have a fiancée. Daisy narrowed her eyes suspiciously. How do you know? She blinked. Everyone knows Reed. Then quickly, Jack knows him. Small town and all that. Daisy slowly nodded. Oh, okay, that made sense. Before she could think too hard about it, Tracy suddenly brightened. Oh, you're still coming, right? The bonfire festival at the park. She blinked. The Halloween-themed thing. Sort of, Tracy explained excitedly. It's before Halloween technically, but only for adults. Bonfire, music, food stalls, drinks, stuff like tar. Daisy immediately frowned. But I can't close the shop. I'll help you, Tracy interrupted instantly. You can even sell pastries there. Daisy paused. People from neighboring towns come for this thing. Trust me, Tracy continued confidently. You'll make a lot of money. I will get you a spot. Trust me. Daisy slowly smiled. You're genuinely a blessing. Tracy shrugged dramatically. That's what friends do. Then she grinned. Also, I get free samples, so really this benefits me too. They both laughed. Later that evening, Maisie arrived like usual. At this point, it had become routine. Every day around 2 in the afternoon, the little girl quietly appeared at the bakery and stayed until nightfall. Daisy honestly stopped questioning how she kept escaping her house. At first, Maisie mostly just sat silently staring while eating pastries. But Daisy eventually started giving her small things to do while attending customers. Coloring, writing, simple counting. The surprising part, Maisie could write perfectly fine, which honestly shocked Daisy considering how little she talked. Still, coloring remained her favorite. 2 days ago, Maisie carried an entire stack of coloring books bigger than herself. Then yesterday, the child showed up with a giant wad of cash and simply said, "Dessert." Of course, I absolutely refuse to take money from a 6-year-old, especially when the money looked suspiciously like she robbed a bank. Later that night, now Maisie slept quietly. The bakery lights glowed softly around them. Daisy smiled a little while staring at her. She looked so peaceful asleep. I wonder what her mom looked like. And surprisingly, Reed hadn't come by much lately. Maybe that was for the best. Daisy glanced toward the clock. 9:47 p.m. She should probably wake Maisie soon and take her home. Daisy rubbed her tired eyes briefly. You look exhausted. She jumped violently. Oh my God. Reed stood near her with both hands slightly raised. Sorry, he said immediately. I didn't mean to scare you. Daisy exhaled dramatically. How did you even get in? I didn't hear the bell. The back door. He nodded toward it. I knocked. You didn't answer. Right. I probably zoned out again. Sorry. I was actually about to take her home. Reed looked toward his sleeping daughter, and something in his expression softened instantly. It's all right. Then he looked back at Daisy. Thank you for taking care of her. I'm sorry, things had to be like this. You looking after my kid must be exhausting. Daisy shrugged casually. It's really nothing. She mostly just color, stare at me and eat pastries. A quiet huff of amusement escaped him. Then silence. And suddenly, he was staring at her. Not annoyed. Just staring. Daisy shifted awkwardly. Is there flour on my face? Before she could ask, Reed reached forward slightly and brushed a loose strand of hair away from her face. She froze. Completely froze. You look exhausted, he said quietly. Stop skipping meals. Daisy blinked rapidly. What is happening? She stared at him in complete confusion. Reed seemed to realize what he just did at the exact same moment. He immediately stepped back. Oh, he looked almost alarmed with himself. Sorry. Then quickly, good night. And just like that, he picked Maisie up and disappeared out the back door almost faster than humanly possible. She remained standing there stunned. Okay, she slowly touched her own face. Do I look sick? I mean, I did skip breakfast. The festival was chaos. Good chaos. By the time the bonfire event officially started, Daisy had already sold out almost everything on her table. Cupcakes, bread, mini pies. Gone. I should have made a third batch. She groaned. Tracy looked smug beside her. I told you. Daisy shook her head in disbelief. You were right. She looked around the crowded square in amazement. I've literally never seen this many people in this town. The whole place glowed warmly under string lights and giant bonfires. There were carved pumpkins, fake spider webs, horror decorations, music, stools everywhere. People laughed loudly while carrying drinks and food between booths. The cold autumn air mixed with smoke and sugar. It actually felt nice. Like one of those small-town romance movies set up. You know, Daisy admitted, this is kind of amazing. Told you. Tracy grinned. Now come on. They just lit the main bonfire. Daisy packed the last empty tray into her truck. But as she straightened, that strange feeling returned. Like someone was watching her. Again, her eyes slowly scanned the crowd. And there, the tall woman from the bakery. Watching her. Not approaching. Just staring. Daisy turned away, muttering to herself. What is wrong with people in this town? Well, not my problem. Time to explore. The crowd grew thicker near the center square. Music played loudly while people danced near the bonfire. And somewhere between all the movement, she spotted Reed. Actually, a lot of people were around Reed. He moved constantly through the crowd, talking to different people every few seconds. Earlier she saw him, helping organize booths, fixing decorations, talking to vendors. He was more like the host. And strangely, he wasn't frowning at people, or grumpy, at all. Daisy narrowed her eyes. That was unexpected. Maybe Tracy was right. Maybe he really was just overly protective about Maisie. But still, this way, Daisy. Tracy waved her over excitedly. For the next hour, Tracy and Jack introduced Daisy to almost half the town. And surprisingly, most people were genuinely nice. A few even agreed to stop by the bakery later about the part-time job offer. By midnight, Daisy quietly slipped away from Tracy and Jack while they talked together near the bonfire. She smiled softly watching them. They deserved time alone too. Hey, Miss Daisy. She turned at the sound of the voice. Eli. Tracy introduced him earlier as the sheriff's son. He smiled shyly. Enjoying the party? Yeah, it's actually really nice. Told you Hollow Pines isn't boring. He grinned. Although, she smiled. I wanted to ask if you could be free. Ahem. The deep voice instantly cut him off. Daisy didn't even need to turn around. Reed. Eli glanced at him. And somehow, without Reed saying a single word, he immediately straightened, then smiled awkwardly. Right. I'll see you around. And just like that, he walked away. She blinked. Did you just scare him off? Reed shrugged innocently. I didn't do anything. She narrowed her eyes. Sure. Light flickered across his face as people moved around them laughing and talking. It was strange seeing like this. Relaxed. Not grumpy. Not glaring at someone. I thought you were with Tracy, he said. I was. And now you're wandering around alone. She crossed her arms. Well, I wasn't alone until you chased him away. I didn't chase him. Silence lingered briefly between them. Daisy shifted awkwardly. Anyway, I should leave you to enjoy the party. She started walking. Then Reed moved directly in front of her. Are you avoiding me, Daisy? Her brows furrowed. No. Then after a pause. I just don't want your fiancé glaring at me all night. Reed blinked. My what? Your fiancé. He stared for a second before laughing quietly. I didn't know I had one. She scoffed immediately. Stop playing around. I'm serious. So the short-haired, scary woman behind me by the left isn't your fiancé? Recognition flashed across his face. You mean Cassie? I don't know her name. Reed rubbed his forehead tiredly. No, she's not my fiancée. She literally told me you were hers. He sighed heavily. Cassie and I. He paused. She is a member. I mean, Daisy immediately groaned. You don't have to tell me. It's not like that. Sure. Reed exhaled slowly. Her brother was my friend. He hesitated. And she turned away. Honestly, I don't really care what your relationship is. Just tell her we are not like that. He moved in front of her fast. What did she say to you? Before Daisy could answer, Alpha, a man approached quickly from behind Reed. We need to talk about the West. Reed held up a hand without even looking away from Daisy. What did she say? He repeated quietly. Daisy blinked slightly at the intensity in his voice. Nothing serious. His jaw tightened. Did she threaten you? No, technically. Not directly. Daisy sighed and stepped back. It's nothing, Mr. Reed. See you around. Then she walked away before the conversation could become weird again. Later that night, Reed found Cassie standing near the edge of the trees. The second she saw him, her face lit up. Reed, what did you tell her? Her smile faded slightly. Ooh? Reed's eyes flashed gold briefly. Don't play dumb. I'm not in the mood tonight. You mean the human baker? The disgust in her voice made his wolf growl instantly. I can't believe you asked Tracy to invite her to a pack gathering. Watch it. He stepped closer slowly. Let me make something very clear. His voice turned dangerous. I ignored the rumors about us because you enjoy attention. I protected you because I promised your brother I would. Cassie's expression tightened. For 5 years, Reed continued. I've looked out for you. His eyes hardened. But where you crossed the line is Daisy. Do not go near her again. He said coldly. Do not threaten her. And for the love of God, he sighed. Stop telling people you're my fiancé. Cassie stared at him in disbelief. You're doing all this for a human? Reed said nothing. Her expression slowly twisted. What is she? Cassie whispered. Your mate? Silence. She moved closer desperately. Reed, you know, she can't understand you like I can, she said quickly. She'll leave if she finds out what you really are. But me? I'd accept all of you. Reed stepped away immediately. This is your last warning. His voice carried pure alpha authority now. See you at tomorrow's pack meeting. Then he turned away. Cassie stared after him with fury burning in her eyes. You'll regret this, Reed Calivan, she muttered. The next morning, after the festival, Daisy basically collapsed face first into bed without even changing clothes. Now she wandered through the grocery store, half awake, pushing a cart full of baking supplies. Okay, she muttered while checking her list. Flour, sugar, butter. Her eyes squinted at the paper. Do I need eggs or vanilla? I think both. She jumped slightly and turned. A man stood behind her. Tall, broad shoulders, blue eyes, and something about him looked familiar. She smiled. Can I help you? He smiled smoothly. Derek Vale. He held out his hand. Nice to meet you again, Daisy. She blinked while shaking his hand cautiously. Again? He chuckled softly. Not officially. I saw you at the festival yesterday. Oh, and I've heard about your bakery. His smile widened slightly. You're pretty famous already. Daisy laughed awkwardly. Really? Oh, thank you, I guess. She started moving her cart again. Well, nice meeting you, but I'm kind of in a hurry. Something felt off. She couldn't explain it. His tone was normal. His smile was pretty fake. He looked very familiar, and it made her uncomfortable. Or maybe she was just tired. He walked beside her casually. You could give me your contact. She paused. I mean, I actually need a cake for my mom's birthday, he added smoothly. Oh, Daisy relaxed slightly. Then you should come by the bakery. I use a flip phone. Derek laughed quietly. I'll take that as rejection then. I'm sorry, she said honestly. He studied her face for one long second before stepping back. See you around, Daisy. Then he walked away. Daisy watched him disappear down the aisle slowly. A strange feeling settled in her stomach. I don't know if I'm just tired, she muttered quietly. But there's definitely something off about him.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification to know when I upload the next chapter.